How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis and we've got a new developer blog from the Old School RuneScape team. This is the Clue Scroll expansion. It's been over 2 years since the last Clue Scroll expansion, and back then they added new multiple rewards, Clue Scroll steps, and even a new Clue Scroll tier, the Elite Clue. They'd like to expand on Clue Scrolls even more with a bigger and better update. So let's start off by having a look at Master Clue Scrolls. The main part of this Clue Scroll expansion will be the introduction of a new tier of Clue Scroll, the Master tier. This will offer brand new and incredibly rare rewards. In order to complete these clues, you're going to have to solve a large variety of challenges, including a new type of puzzle. In order to get a Master Clue Scroll, you're going to have to go to a new NPC called Watson and sacrifice one of each of the previous Clue Scroll tiers. So making a Master Clue Scroll will be quite hard to do. Similarly, completing the Clue Scroll will also be rather hard. There will truly be numerous new challenges that you're going to have to complete in order to finish the clue. But luckily for you, once you've done it, there'll be plenty of new rewards for you to access. So far, they've managed to get a lot of ideas from the Old School RuneScape community about what rewards the new tier of Clue Scroll should have. These include Third Age axes and pickaxes, which will have the same stats as their dragon counterparts, a ring of coins, and plenty of other incredibly useful items. Now, they've not actually specified what a ring of coins will be doing, however, I assume it would either store coins or help you get coin drops. Additionally, another reward in which they will poll separately, they're thinking about having a Master Tier Clue Scroll pet, the Bloodhound. Like all pets, this will have an incredibly rare chance at being dropped, but it will really show how dedicated players are to Clue Scrolls if they have one. Next in this developer blog, they have got expansions to existing Clue Scroll tiers. The Old School RuneScape team want to expand many current Clue Scroll locations, as well as branch out to many locations in places like Zaya in order to encourage more exploration. They also want to add many more rewards, such as Oziak's yellow trimmed armour, more ornament kits, new scarves, a peg leg, and even a golden wooden shield. The list of these rewards keeps growing, and there are plenty of ideas floating around both the Old School RuneScape team and the Old School RuneScape community. One reward idea they have is to give each Clue Scroll tier an untradeable reward. This would be very rare, and it really allows you to show off how much you love to do clues. The easy reward will be an equipable spade, which presumably would work like a regular spade, except you'll be able to hold it. Something I'm a little bit unsure about actually, because a spade is one of those items that has always been in your inventory. The medium reward would be a wieldable Clue Scroll, which again I presume would work like a regular clue, except it will save you an inventory space when you're doing your Clue Scrolls. The hard reward would be a Clue Scroll emote unlock scroll, which, if I'm honest, isn't particularly descriptive enough for me to fully know what it's going on about. I speculate that it's an emote that you'll do when you complete a clue, however it could be some way of unlocking emotes in the emote tab. The elite reward will be a two-handed wieldable treasure chest, which is both really kind of a cool idea and I imagine would look terrible. And the master reward is the Bloodhound pet that they've mentioned in the previous section of this developer blog. Additionally, they've got a bunch of other ideas for rewards that will be best in slot, and they'll be polling these separately. Starting off, they'll have the Ranger gloves, and these will only come from elite Clue Scrolls. They'll require 40 range to equip, and will provide plus 11 range attack, negative 10 magic attack, plus 1 stab and crush defense, and plus 2 slash and magic defense. The Holy gloves, also coming from elite clues, will require 31 prayer to equip, and will provide a plus 3 prayer bonus. The last reward here is the God Blessing. This will provide a plus 1 prayer and will be equipped in the Quiver slot. There'll be 6 variations for each god, and each of these will act as a god item in the God Wars dungeon. This will finally give us a Quiver god-based item that will protect us in God Wars dungeon. However, I really question why they want to add these fairly useless blessings when they could have a somewhat more useful item, such as the God Arrow in RuneScape 3. Also, what will Guthix and Zaros protect you from in God Wars dungeon? Presumably it'll be none of the gods, or it'll be all of them. Either way, I think this item will be fairly useless, specifically that Guthix and Zaros blessing, unless you really want to get that extra prayer bonus and you can't afford the other blessings. In addition to all of this Clue Scroll expansion, they've got a bunch of supplementary updates for it. Starting off with the Emote Clue hidey holes. These will be small storage locations near emote clue locations that allow you to store the appropriate clue items. Depending on the Clue Scroll tier, they will require a different construction level to create. So an easy hidey hole will require 27 construction, A medium one will require 42 construction, a hard one will require 55 construction, and an elite one will require 77 construction. However, they haven't actually mentioned the master tier here, so it'll either be sort of 99 or just won't exist. These would be incredibly useful. However, I fear they'll change the way that players actually do clue scrolls, so I'm already not a fan of them. Next, a lucky impling. These will be an incredibly rare form of impling that will require 89 hunter to catch. Once caught, they will be untradeable. When you loot a lucky impling, you'll get a chance to roll on a clue scroll drop table. This drop will range from any of the clue scroll tiers, so easy all the way up to master, but rolling on the easy drop table will be much more common than rolling on the master drop table. They also want to introduce a way to get clue scrolls from mining and woodcutting, similar to the way that you can fish for clue scroll bottles at the moment. The final supplement to this clue scroll expansion is making gilded armor free to play. Since the most recent update brought most forms of trimmed rune armor available to free players, they'd like to extend this courtesy to gilded armor. So this developer blog has plenty of ideas, and they're going to be polling it really soon. Let's quickly go through all of the questions they'll be asking on the up and coming poll. Should an expansion to treasure trails be added to Old School RuneScape? This expansion would include new challenges and rewards for the existing tiers of clue scrolls, as well as a brand new tier, Master Clue Scrolls. If the treasure trails expansion passes, should Master Clue Scrolls offer an incredibly rare Bloodhound pet as a potential reward? Should one rare, untradeable reward be added to each tier of clue scroll? If the treasure trail expansion passes, should range gloves be added as a potential reward from elite clue scrolls? These gloves would be the new best in slot item for 40 range. If the treasure trail expansion passes, should holy gloves be added as a potential reward from elite clue scrolls? These gloves will require 31 prayer to equip and will provide +3 prayer bonus. If the treasure trails expansion passes, should god blessings be added as a potential reward from all tiers of clue scroll? They will provide +1 prayer bonus, God Wars protection for 1 god, and will be equipped in the quiver slot. Emote clue scrolls require certain equipment to be worn in order to be completed. This equipment can take up a lot of bank space. Should hidey holes, small storage spaces which can be built near clue scroll emote locations to store the relevant equipment, be added to Old School RuneScape? Hidey holes would require varying construction levels to build depending on the tier of clue scroll. Should uber rare lucky implings be added to Old School RuneScape? They would require 89 hunters to catch, and once caught they would be untradeable and provide 1 roll on the clue scroll drop table when looted. Should there be a rare chance of receiving clue scrolls whilst mining and woodcutting? And should gilded armor and the gilded scimitar be made usable on free-to-play worlds? However, this would not include the gilded boots, because I don't think we've got any melee boots in free-to-play. So this developer blog has got a fair few questions and a lot of ideas. Personally, I'm not uber keen on all of this stuff, but I've got no real quarrels with it if it got in-game. If it did get in-game, I think I'd find it quite interesting to watch people try and complete the master clues, especially at the start, to see what rewards they could get, and how quickly they could get them. If you want to discuss this developer blog, please go on the forums or in my comments below. If you're interested in what is happening this month in Old School RuneScape, please click here for my April month ahead post. And if you want to watch my video on the latest Old School RuneScape update, please click here for Hell Rats, Fairy Rings and Perks. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the Old School RuneScape updates, dev blogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.